Hi, Preeta. Hi, Josephine.
Hi,
Good morning, Kavya.
Okay. So, were you able to complete yesterday's assignment?
Yes, Kavya. Kavya, I have one question, Kavya. For incidents about the task SLA, I do not know whether you are going to talk about SLA today or not in depth. Are we going to do SLA more today?
Yes, we'll create new SLAs today.
Okay. Actually, my question is, Kavya, when incident is created, if I go through the incidents in the PDI, I don't see SLA definition for all the incidents. Only very few incidents has got the SLA definition. So is that so? How it is getting added or how it is not added?
Okay. So we have start condition in the SLAs, right? We have defined this. So that is when the SLAs will get attached to the incident. Okay. So if it doesn't match the start condition at all, then the SLA won't be attached to the incident. Okay, there could be incidents. Say, for example, there are assignment groups which would not want the SLAs to get attached. Okay, in such cases, we will, like as per the conditions, the SLAs won't get attached to such assignment groups or in under such conditions for the incidents. Okay, it could be about the, status conditions. It could be the priority or impact conditions, or it could be the assignment group condition as well. So we will create few SLS today. So we will understand more about when it gets attached and how to. Okay, we'll just create the SLS and maybe.
Okay, Kavya. Yeah. If we are going to show that, then it's fine. While showing, you can explain.
Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Is it visible now?
Yes, Kavya.
Okay. And open steps. Okay, let us consider any assignment group. We will take a new assignment group, okay? Sure, I have created a new assignment group. Okay, let us consider ITSM ServiceNow team, for example. First, we'll create the incident. We'll see what SLAs are getting attached. Okay, so when status is new, there's no SLA attached to this. I change the status to in progress. Oh, I have to change it to assignment group as well. Okay, so there is something which there is an SLA definition which is attached, and it says for priority 5 response. So here you can see the priority is 5 now, and for this is the SLA we have, and we have 40 hours in this SLA definition. So what we'll do is, for this ITSM ServiceNow team alone, we'll create a new SLA, and for that, even if the planning is 5, I mean, even if the priority is 5, the SLA definition should get attached and it should be completed within 10 hours. So we'll go to SLA definitions now. I'll name it the assignment group, ITSM ServiceNow. Okay, this is the priority, and target is response SLA. Duration is 4 hours. I'll give 4 hours for this because it is response SLA. So it just means within 4 hours, this team has to respond to the user. Schedule. Let us go to the schedule. Okay, we'll select 24/7. So now start condition. Start condition is when active is true. Okay, so that means when this incident is created, okay, let's see when it gets active true. Okay, so I can see that when the incident is created, when it is still in new status, it is active true. Okay, so this works for me, and I'll give one more condition that only if the assignment group is ITSM, then only this SLA should get attached. Okay, then for other groups, it won't get attached. So these are my two conditions. One is active is true, and then assignment group is ITSM service team. So my incident matches both these conditions, right? So we'll save this. Okay. So to cancel this SLA. So what does when to cancel means? Whenever, like suppose this SLA gets attached to an incident. Okay. If it matches the start condition. So now what happens? Maybe the assignment group is changed later. Okay. So this is incident is now assigned to ITSM ServiceNow team. But maybe it is not supposed to get assigned to this assignment group. So they'll reassign this to some other assignment group. In that case, this SLA should not be still attached to the incident, right? It should get cancelled because the other assignment group would not want this SLA to get attached. So we also have when to cancel this SLA definition. So for this, what we'll select when start conditions are not met. Okay. So suppose you want to customize when cancel conditions are met means, so suppose you want to cancel the SLA with certain conditions, then you can choose this one, cancel conditions are met. And here also you can give those conditions. Maybe when it is active is false, or maybe when the assignment group changes. The assignment group changes. Oh, do we have changes? Okay, we don't have changes here. Okay. So is not ITSM service noting. I can either give the condition as this, or I can simply give when start conditions are not met. So that means when these two conditions are not met, when these two conditions changes in the incident, then the SLA definition will get cancelled. Okay, so we'll save this. So now we have only defined the start condition, right? So this is my incident. I'll reload the form. Okay, so SLA is still not attached. What I'll do, it is still in this. No? I'll change the assignment group. Now I'll change it back to ITSM. Okay, so now you can see this SLA is attached, ITSM ServiceNow planning. But we don't want this SLA to get attached, which is priority 5 response, right? So I don't want this SLA to get attached. So what I'll do, I'll open this SLA definition. So this also you can directly open from SLA definition table, but I am just opening it from here. So don't get confused. I'm opening the SLA definition record. So here, since I don't want this SLA to get attached to that assignment group, because I have a separate SLA defined for the assignment group, right? So that's why what I'll do is not empty and assignment group is not ITSM. Okay. And then for when to cancel, start conditions are not met. So this one will simply update the work notes and see. That also should update the incident, right? Maybe I'm assuming the SLA will get cancelled now. Yeah, see, the SLA got cancelled. Because when the incident was updated, so every time an incident is either created or updated, it will check for the SLA conditions, whether it is matching or not. Okay, so every time it is either created or updated. So since I updated the incident, this SLA definition checked for its start condition. And it was not matching, right? I mean, assignment group is not ITSM service now. So that is why this SLA definition got cancelled, whereas my other SLA definition is still in progress. So now what I'll do, if I change the assignment group now, again, this should get cancelled, right? ITSM service now planning should get cancelled because this SLA definition works only for ITSM service now group. So I'll make it as service desk. Okay. Now we'll save it. Okay. So now you can see this one is also cancelled. This one is also cancelled. Whereas we have another SLA definition attached, which is saying priority 5 response, and that is in progress. So now the service desk assignment group has 1 day, 16 hours to respond to this incident. Okay, so here you can see the business time left. So maybe after 1 or 2 minutes, if I check, it will show me the business elapsed time as 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So here you can see the difference. The business elapsed time is 2 minutes. That means this incident was in the queue of ITSM ServiceNow, ITSM ServiceNow team for 2 minutes. Okay, and this is business elapsed percentage. It just starts a timer. Okay, like business elapsed time is nothing but when the SLA starts, it also starts the timer and it will show them how much business time is left for them to respond to the incident. And this one shows how much time they have already consumed. Okay, and this shows the percentage. And this shows the start time. Start time is when the SLA was started, and stop time is when the SLA stopped. Okay, it started when I created the incident and it stopped when the SLA conditions did not match. So far, do you have any questions? Okay, I'll take it as a no.
Yeah, no, Kavya.
Yeah, so now I'll say why these SLAs are used. Okay, so suppose we have this help desk assignment group, service desk assignment group. Now, service desk assignment group will obviously have a manager or a team lead who will monitor everything, right? Like what their team is doing and all. So, suppose end users are submitting the incidents and the group members, they are not responding to the incident. Okay, so they are not taking care of the incident, they are not responding, they are not resolving on time. So how will the assignment group manager or the team lead will know that they are not working? So there should be something recorded, right? To understand, to get all the data that at what time the incident was taken care of and everything. So for that reason, we attach this SLA, we make use of this SLAs. Okay, so these SLA definitions are defined by certain assignment groups or the organization itself, so that it is common for all the assignment groups. So now, when they open this kind of report, right? I'll just close this. So now you already know to add filter conditions, right? So I'll just open up filter condition. I'll add. So what I want is this is task SLA table. So here I want all the task SLAs of service desk assignment group. Okay, so now I have task here. I'll go to task and I'll go to task fields because I know assignment group is in task field, right? In the incident field, we have assignment group. So I want this assignment group. That's why I'm dot working. So I went to task fields and here I'll search for assignment group. So I know this is the assignment group. And here I'll search for service desk. Okay. Now I'll run this. Okay. So these were the 4 incidents which were submitted for service desk assignment group, and these are the SLAs attached. So I can see there is one incident for which the resolution stage is still in progress, and you can see business time left is 0, right? And they have already consumed more than the required time. there are like already it's been 24 days, 14 hours, and still the support group has not responded. Sorry, target is resolution. That means they're not resolved. Okay. So now business elapsed percentage. So that means like if it is in red, it means it has reached the SLA. Okay. So here you can see it is still green in color. Business elapsed percentage. Yeah. See, this is still green in color. That means they still have time, right? Before it turns to 100, they have to resolve the incident. But here you can see it has went up to 2,459 percentage. So now, when the team lead or the manager, when they open this table, they will know that this incident has reached already, and their team has not provided the resolution. So they can, inform their team or maybe take necessary action so that this gets resolved as soon as possible. So you understood what is the use case of SLA definition, right?
Yes,
And
Kavya.
yeah, and even the end users also, even they will like when they submit the incident, they would not know how much time they'll get the response or in how much time they'll get the resolution. So when they also see the SLA, they will know, okay, within 1 day, 16 hours, I should receive a response. They'll understand that. And within 3 days or 4 days, like whichever SLA get attached for the target as resolution, they'll understand. So in these many days, I'll get the resolution for my incident. So they can expect the resolution and response in that time period. So now we created the start condition, right? Similarly, we'll create a pause condition. The pause condition is when this SLA should be paused. Say, for example, the incident, okay, so we have it is in progress, the response SLA is in progress. So, okay, this was also response SLA. Okay, I'll make it as resolution for now. Okay, this should have been resolution. So it just means within 4 hours, this assignment group should provide resolution. Okay, so now if I change the assignment group back to ITSM, okay, I'll just filter out so that we have only in progress one. Okay, so this is in progress. Okay, so it has just started. So this just means within 4 hours, the assignment group has to provide resolution. So now, say for example, ITSM service now is working on this incident. Okay, so the state is in progress. So they are currently working on this, but they need some information from user. Okay, so maybe this one is email not working. So this is the issue which is faced by this user. So now the assignment group has to contact this user to see what is really happening. So email is not working means like this is not something which can be resolved by assignment group member without contacting the user, right? They have to contact the user and they have to check what's happening in their laptop, like what do they mean by email not working. They make them open their Outlook and they'll see they'll maybe send a test email or ask them to send an email to the group member. So all of these are troubleshooting steps which should be taken by the assignment group. But for this, first they have to get in touch with the caller, right? They're trying to get in touch. Okay, maybe they'll mention here. Okay, maybe they try to contact them on Teams or Skype, and the user has still not responded. And now they have also mentioned in additional comments, and the user has still not responded. Okay, so now what can they do? They have to provide resolution within 3 hours 59 minutes now, but the user is not responding. So that is not their problem, right? So if this SLA gets breached, then they will be answerable to their team, right? Team lead or manager or whoever it is. So that should not be the case. So here to make that an exception, we also have a pause condition. So pause condition means when this timer is running now. You can see we have 3 hours 59 minutes. So we can also pause this timer. Okay, so that is called as pause condition. So now I'll give the pause condition as when to pause state is on hold. Okay, when state is on hold, then this SLA should get paused. So when to resume when pause conditions are not met. I'll save this. So now I'll change the status to on hold. And for on hold reason, I'll give as awaiting caller. So that is what I'm doing, right? I'm awaiting for caller's response. So I'll select this. And if I'm awaiting for caller, I have to enter the additional comments. That is a mandatory. So you can see the star mark. So any field which has the star mark is called as mandatory field. That means without filling this field, you cannot save the record. So let's try to save the record without filling it. See, you can see it takes me back here. It does not allow me to save the form. So I'll just mention user is not available, is not responding. Okay, so this is done. You can see the following mandatory fields are not filled. That is why it did not allow me to save the record. So you can like how to make this mandatory and how this message is getting displayed. We'll work on this. Like you will understand more about this next week. Okay, so now we'll just save the record. Okay, now we'll see what is happening to our SLA definition. You can see the stage is now paused. Okay, so now we have 3 hours 55 minutes. So even if it passes, like even if I'm waiting for another day or two, it will still be 3 hours 55 minutes because the stage is paused, right? So the timer also will be paused. So once the user responds, then I'll change the status back to in progress. Okay, and once I do that, this SLA definition will resume. Okay, so far any questions about pause condition?
No.
Yeah, so now we'll go to stop condition. So stop condition is when this SLA should be stopped. Okay, so say for example, now even if I resolve the incident, since we have not given any condition for stop condition, the SLA keeps running, right? So even after I resolve the condition, resolve the incident, my SLA definition keeps running here, and like after 4 hours or 5 hours, it just shows that it is breached, but I have resolved the incident. And it should not show us breached, right? So to avoid that, we can define the stop condition. So here I will define the stop condition, that is state is closed, resolved. Okay, so when the state is resolved or closed, right, is one of resolved, closed, or cancelled. If either of these three conditions are met, then this SLA should stop. Okay, so now let us go here. We'll make it in progress again. Okay, and now we'll save it. Okay, you can see the SLA is again in progress. Okay, so now I'll resolve the incident. Okay. So resolution code is maybe resolved by caller. So now you can see the stage is completed because the SLA stopped, right? So this is the business elapsed percentage. So that means within 2%, 2.18% of business elapsed time, the assignment group has resolved the incident. Okay, this also enables the assignment group to track their reports and dashboards. Okay, so they can also calculate like how many percentage of incidents were resolved on time and how many percentage of incidents were taking more time. So it's not just these are not just utilized by the assignment group, but also at the organization level. So even at the organization level, there are few people who are monitoring the work of all the assignment groups, right? All the teams. So even they'll also, where in their reports, they'll also get like which assignment group is taking a long time to respond or resolve the incidents, and they can connect with their group managers to see what is the issue and why it is happening. So this is utilized on large scale as well. So now you know what the SLA is used for, right? So far, any questions? Okay. So now we'll go to reset condition. So reset condition means, say for example, okay, so here we already have reset condition, reset action is cancel existing SLA. Okay, so reset condition is maybe the assignment group changes. Changes. So that means when this SLA should get reset. Okay, so we'll check this and then you will understand maybe. I'll say okay, we'll go to another incident because I already resolved my existing incident. So here I'll give ITSM ServiceNow team. I'll say oh, this is also resolved. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is new. I'll give this one as assignment group. Okay, so there are two SLAs which are attached here, right? So now I'll change this to ITSM ServiceNow team. Okay, all three are in progress. Okay, that is because for this, there's our cancel condition, when to cancel, when start conditions are not met. Pause also, pause conditions are not met, and stop, okay, and then reset condition. Reset action is cancel existing, okay. Oh, I already selected this, okay. I'm sorry, why am I opening this incident? Okay, this was the incident, right? Yeah. So why these did not get, okay. So here for these SLAs, priority 5 SLAs, to get, for this to get cancelled, we had given the condition, right? Assignment group is not ITS and ServiceNow team. But for this, we have not given that condition. That is why it is still in progress. So I'll just open these two and I'll make the conditions as and assignment group is not ITSM team. Okay, I'll also remove retroactive start. And now even for this, okay, so now we'll update this incident. So you can see this one is cancelled. This one is still in progress. Okay, why? Okay, sorry, I did not give it's not. It's not ITSM. Okay, so now it should work fine. So you know why I'm using this save option instead of this update button, right? Because if I use update button, it will update the record, but it will take me to the previous page. Okay, so maybe here it's not happening. So sometimes that is what happens. Update button updates the record and it will take me to the previous page. Okay, so but save button saves the record and it will stay on the same page. That is why I'm not using update button. You can try it if you want. You can open any record and when you click on update record, it will always update the record and it will take you to what you had opened previously. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the previous record because yeah, I don't see anything here. See? So it had taken me to the previous record. Did you see that? We are on 02, right? I'll just update. See, it took me to 09. So that is why you should always make use of save button when you want to stay on same record. Okay, so now I'm back. Now we'll see, okay, both of these are cancelled and now we have only this one in progress. So we also had reset condition, right? Where is this reset condition? When the assignment group changes. So now what we'll do, we'll change it to service desk. Okay, so again, two SLAs got attached. Now again, we'll change this to ITSM. Okay, so the old one is also cancelled and the new one. Okay, so you can see this one also, we already had one which was in cancelled state. So reset means when the timer will reset again. Okay, so that means when the incident was created, when was the incident created? Yeah, it was created 28 days ago, right? So the timer should get reset, right? Because say for example, it was in the wrong assignment group for a long time. It was assigned to help desk for 1 week, and then it got assigned to ITSM ServiceNow team. So sometimes what happens in this SLA conditions, here I have only given active is true and then assignment group is so and so. I can also give the this one what start condition is when state is work in progress. So why do we have reset condition? Because yeah, as I was saying, it could be under a service desk for like 1 week, and then when it comes to ITSM assignment group, if it might show that the SLA definition is already breached, but that is not right. That is not fair to ITSM group, right? Because they just received the assignment, they just received the incident. So that is why we have that reset condition. So as per the reset condition, it will cancel the existing task SLA and then, yeah, it will cancel the existing task SLA and it will start the new SLA definition. Okay. So that is about reset condition. So far, do you have any question?
Kavya, when the reset condition is met, suppose we can take the same scenario. The incident was assigned to the wrong group, service desk group. Okay. And after 1 week, it came to the correct group, ITSM group. So in start condition, we mentioned that the incident state inactive, right? Supposedly consider in service desk by mistake, they change the status to in progress. Okay. And then they realized that, okay, this is not our incident. And then they reassigned to ITSM group. So in that case, how this start condition is going to work, because they got the ticket in active state, right? Which is new. So so how the SLA is going to work? It will, how it will know, like.
Okay. So now you're saying it was in progress and it was assigned to
Service desk. Yeah.
So you can see status in progress and assigned to service desk.
Yeah.
Now I'll assign this back to ITSM. Okay, so in order to avoid such scenarios, so maybe you're working in your organization and then you as you pointed out, you saw this could be an issue, right? So in that case, what you will do is, whenever the assignment group is changed, the state by default should get changed to new. Okay, you can make this customization. So then,
Okay.
so maybe we'll work on this when you learn about the UI policy. So this can be achieved by change script. Okay, so you can client script. So when you learn about the client script, so this will be on-change client script. That means, yeah, so that means whenever the assignment group field changes, then it should by default change the state to new. So in that, like if we do that, then the SLA should work properly, right?
Yes, Kavya, you are right. Yeah.
So,
Now I got. Yeah.
so we can do that. We can make that customization, and then that should work fine. Okay.
So is it not out of the box?
Yeah,
Service.
that's what I checked, because in my organization service now, yeah, it is like that. If you change the assignment group, that status will by default change to new. But here it is not happening. So it is not out of the box. So maybe wait. So this was in progress, right? We'll see what happens if we remove the assignment group. Yeah, it is not out of box. This is something you have to customize.
Okay, Kavya. Okay.
Okay. So no questions, I assume. So what you have to do is, you can do the same thing that what you did yesterday. You can go to SLA definitions, that is task SLA, right? And you can go to all. Now, maybe you will have a better understanding of each SLAs. You can just open incident and check how many SLAs were attached. So here you have option to group by. Okay, if you go here, column options, you can group by task. So then you will see how many SLAs are attached to each of these incidents. So see, this incident has 3 SLAs attached, and this one has 5 attached, and this one has 10 attached. So if you open these, like all of these will be cancelled. Any 1 or 2 will be in progress. So maybe you can open that and you can check each of these SLAs, like why it was created. I mean, why it was attached and why it got cancelled. So if I open here, I can see in the work notes what I have done, right? So I changed the, okay, we don't have assignment group captured here. If you want to capture any field activity here, you can click on this button, filter activity, and you can select the field which has to get captured. Okay. So I'll go to configure available field. So here, these are all the fields which are already selected. That means if you make any changes in these fields, that will be captured in the activities. So I'll go to configure available fields. Here I'll add the assignment group. Okay. So now I have added assignment group. So I'll be able to see all the assignment group related changes that are made also. So you can see when it was changed, at what time it was changed, and what was changed. Okay. So you can make use of this activity filter, filter activity. And also you should understand that this is applicable for all the users, okay, who are using ServiceNow. I mean, here if you go, and these are the selected ones, right? Here, if you remove anything, that would affect only your view. Okay, so only for you, this much will be visible. That is, additional comments and assigned to will be visible. And for all you other users, everything here selected will be visible. Okay, you can check that by impersonating any other user. So you can simply unselect all of these and maybe select just one activity. Okay. Okay. And then you can check if you impersonate, other users should see all other activities, but only for you, it shows additional comments. Whereas this one, if you go to configure available fields, and then if you make any changes, that is applicable to all the users. So this is like personalizing, and this is like a global change which you will do. So you understood the difference, right? Difference between selecting or unselecting here and then adding fields from here. So
Yes,
you can go there. I'll select all. You can go to configure available fields and you can add assignment group. Or if you think there is some other field which is missing, you can add that as well. Okay, maybe short description also, right? Short description, do we have it here? We don't have it here. Maybe short description also, somebody changed the short description. Say, for example, the incident was submitted and you have already connected with the user and you are in discussion, and then the user will simply change the short description, right? So what should you think? Like you will get confused, no? Like you were working on this incident, but suddenly you see a different short description, and you will get confused. Like why is it looking as new short description for you? So for in such cases, you can simply go here. You can add the short description also to avoid such confusion. So whichever field you think is important for users to know under activities, you can add all such fields here. Description. Okay. These are all the things which you will, get to know when you start working in ServiceNow. So that is why you should practice more, because when you practice more, you will notice certain functionalities. Like when you're working more on incidents, then you will see there is some button here. So maybe to understand what it is, you'll just go here and you will, try to configure, or maybe you can Google also. You can just check what is this filter activity. So then you will understand more. So even though I'm teaching service now, like topic by topic, these kind of small things won't be covered, right, in such topics. So that is why when I come across certain functionalities, I'll explain it to you. But in case you don't, you find something new, you can always Google and you can always check what it is. So that is why you should keep practicing. Only then you will understand more and understand better. So this also, watch list, right? Like you can add multiple records here. So this is watch list means if I just click here, it will take me to user table. So here I'll add few user records. Okay. And if I lock this, it will just, lock the watch list. But here, if I want to add myself as the watch list, here I have single button for that. If I click on this, it will directly add me. Okay, even here also. To add other users, you have to go here and search. But if you have to add yourself, you can simply click on this. So try practicing more, and also create few SLA definitions, like try to give different conditions, because when you're creating also, you can see there are different conditions, right? You can give any condition. So try to give different conditions here and then see how it works, how the pause condition, stop and start, everything works. And you can practice that for today. Okay, so we'll connect again tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. Connect again on Monday. I think that will be Sunday night for you, is it?
Yes, Kavya.
Okay. So yeah, we'll see you on Sunday.
Okay, Kavya. Yeah. Thanks, Kavya. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, Kavya, thank you.
Bye, Josephine.